What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Chum Zone. If you are looking for some gameplay, some going-in session today, that's not gonna happen. I wanted to talk about Sonic. This is the topic of discussion that we are going to have. It is 2016. The 25th anniversary is coming soon. So my question is, what's going to happen as far as the 25th anniversary? So I've been getting a lot of questions about, like, say for example, with all of the franchises right now, as Sonic is, what do you expect? What do you want to happen? What would be your ideal Sonic game? And quite frankly, I got some ideas. They're pretty good. So I want to share it with you guys here today. So, shall we get started? Going in. My dream ideal Sonic game. So, where to start, guys? Because I got so many ideas, so many things to tell you. Where are we gonna go? Places, stories, gameplay, characters? Ugh! Quite frankly, no. I don't want all that extra bullcrap. I want to go back into time, back into the Genesis era. Because we're in the modern times and we need to backtrack to a point where Sonic was the best, quite frankly, all around. And in my opinion, the Genesis era was by far the best throughout the whole series. That's just me. And I want the Genesis era to be remade. Alright, now hold on before you start screaming, oh, he's just a classic fan, he's a retro guy. Stop. That's enough. Sonic has been good in all types of eras. Modern, adventure, classic. No. I just want to go back to the point where he was actually good and people could actually favor him even when he wasn't even speaking. So for this topic discussion, I'm going to use Sonic 3 and Knuckles as my example. This will be my ideal Sonic game as we take it back into time and be remade. Because this game right here was not only was it 2 games in one, but it gave you the alternation between all 3 characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman in the situation as well. To me, this was the game that set the bar between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. This one had a full, flat-out story, even though nobody was speaking. You had 3 different characters that you can use to beat the game, and then you had your alternative motives, get the Chaos Emeralds. It was overall a very good game. And I'm going to use this as my example. I've been in the game for about almost, 24, 25 years now? I think I have some idea as to the perfect Sonic game, so let's go in. So first of all, in my personal opinion, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, if you're gonna do a game of this awesomeness and greatness, it needs to be in the best quality possible. And the quality that I'm talking about is Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed to me had the most beautiful, glorious graphics I have ever seen thus far. And that's saying something. Like, just imagine it. Super Sonic flying towards Angel Island and actually showing the truth behind the Shoryuken if it was even real. Remember how Knuckles knocked Super Sonic out of his super form? I find that to be complete and utter bull. The confrontation between him and Sonic when they were in the Hidden Palace, the betrayal between Knuckles and Eggman. And then your big finale with Super Sonic and Doomsday. Just imagine those in the quality that is Sonic Unleashed. And real quick, I want to bring up the voice actors, because let's be real, I don't care who the voice actors are as long as you got some passion with the people you're acting as. Like, come on now. We all know Sonic is a dick. We all know Tails is a genius. And we all know that Knuckles is a moron. I'm kidding. You gotta admit, is a hothead. And then we have Mike Pollock, who has always been the greatness that is Eggman. Next, let's roll over to the tone of the story. So this can be taken in any way, shape, or form. It can be taken serious, it could be comedic, it could be both. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's make it as balanced as possible. Have jokes here and there, a little banter between Sonic and Knuckles, some disrespectful remarks going between the two of them, cause they're enemies at that point in time. They're gonna be disrespectful to each other regardless. So moving forward, there should be cutscenes in each part of where you're finishing the game and where you're moving on to the next stage. So like say for example, when you're beating one of Robotnik's semi-bosses, like Angel Island Act 1. You got your semi-boss, then a little cutscene here and there, and then you move on to the next level. When you get to the final boss, you have another cutscene, which was you go up to the bridge, you look up, you see Knuckles there already, you see your cutscene. They're giving their banter, and then all of a sudden, Knuckles with that switch. So like I said, each cutscene will transition to either the next stage or the next act. And elements like this will keep people actually into the game and keep it entertaining for the Sonic fans who want a good story. And keep in mind, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles will each have their own stories. So imagine when you're playing as Knuckles throughout the whole story. Once Sonic and Tails leave, he has his story because Robotnik and his badniks, they're still trying to get the Master Emerald. I personally think these cutscenes would look pretty darn amazing. As an example, there's a YouTuber out there, his name is Hypo. He recreated the Sonic Adventure 2's cutscene with the confrontation between Sonic and Shadow, the first time they actually fought.
Gotta get out of here and find Amy and Tails right away.
Just a thought. What if they didn't speak? Remember Smash Bros. Brawl? Nintendo's little story about all of the characters who gathered together for that epic battle? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on to gameplay! Because I think there's a lot of ways that this can go. Let's start off with Tails. Keep it straight and to the point.
Keep that boy out of his neck and let him fly.
Pretty much similar to how he was in Adventure or 2006. Yeah, I said it.
2006.
But also give him limits as far as his flying goes. Also, maybe here and there they can extend his gameplay by letting him utilize his smarts. He does mechanics. Kind of like how Ratchet & Clank is. He gets the opportunity to use all of these mechanics, all these weapons at his arsenal, and it's still platforming at its finest. So in other words, don't make it all about speed. I mean, we'll get to Sonic later. Now on to my man Knuckles. Knuckles. He doesn't like to chuckle. That's a bold-faced lie. Throughout all of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this man is chuckling. Moving on. When I looked at Knuckles, I always thought of Knuckles on Sonic 3 and Knuckles as the hard mode, considering the fact that 1, he went alternate pathways, 2, his jumping was some complete and utter butt, considering he's supposed to be the black man of the freaking franchise. But we're not going to get into that. The man loves grapes. Alternate pathways, he was a little slower than Sonic. He had the ability to glide. Certain places that Sonic couldn't even go. And it makes you think, how can something like this be pulled off in full 3D? Basically how he was in Sonic Heroes, but give him the speed of Sonic Adventure 2. My man was getting it in Meteor Herd. Anyway, for some extensions on his gameplay, let's throw in some elements like, say for example, the treasure hunting skill. Oh, stop. The treasure hunting wasn't even that bad. Give him a purpose to utilize his treasure hunting skills. Give him his shovel claws. Give him the things that he would need to progress throughout the game. Like, say, for example, the shattering of the emeralds. This can give him progression throughout the course of the game. Say for example, with Crash Bandicoot, how he had to find the crystals to progress throughout the game. Only with Knuckles, it'll be a little tougher because he has to maybe find them underground in boxes. Try to make the gameplay a little more interesting for him, since he has to progress through it a little different than Sonic and Tails. Finally, let's put this man's fists to good use. He's a fighter. He is a power character. Bring the elements that were in Sonic Heroes, or even better, Sonic Unleashed with the Hedgehog. Kiss and make up. Give this man an opportunity to use his fists. Let him put his fists to good use. He's got these spiked up hands for a good reason. Let him do some real damage. He's a power character for a reason, right? I can only imagine the final confrontation between Super Mecha Sonic and Knuckles in the finale. Oh my gosh, that'll be so freaking epic. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic the Hedgehog. The reason we are here in the first place. So many ways for this to happen. 3D, 2D, 2D and 3D. Let's keep it 3D. As much as I love Sonic Generations and as much as I love Unleashed, I honestly want 3D. I mean, let's think about this right now. How many years has it been since we actually had a full 3D game with Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, wait. Are you done? It's been about 10 years. I think a full 3D game would be so much better. Kind of like the elements of Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Heroes. And even better, dude, bring 06 back. Let the Mach Speed sections be polished. Kind of like how they were in Sonic Lost World. Both of them actually did them pretty good. They just need to be perfected in a way that all of us can love it and satisfy the speed that people love so much. Sonic 06 was good with it. Lost World did it justice. Sonic is a fast-paced platformer. He's supposed to be about his speed, but at the same time, a little exploration is okay as well. In my personal opinion, Sonic Adventure 2 did that. It did it pretty well. They had linear stages, but it was still good nonetheless. That's why we go back to the game in the first place. Bring back the elemental shields that we loved so much in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Electric, bubble, fire. Keep the homing attack, but with the elemental shields, give it a button on the side. That way, you're not confusing people when you're trying to do, say for example, a light speed dash. Which will bring me to my next topic. Oh, and just to be brief.
Bring back the special stages.
Heck, we haven't had a special stage since 06. No.
Heroes!
How many years has it been? Now, they don't have to be exactly what they were in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Just make them fun and interesting. It's not much to ask for. Just give it that modern quality. Sonic Unleashed. So, we talked about a lot. We talked about story. We talked about gameplay for all three characters. Now, let's do some final touches. I want to just talk about some extra elements that I would want in my ideal Sonic game. Just a small little recap. I told you all, I want that unleashed quality when it comes to the games. Bring back the capsules that were in Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2. Throw in the upgrades for the characters. Not all of them, just the ones that mattered. Full 3D, a damn good story, voice actors, non-voice actors, cutscenes for each act and stage completed, music that makes my ears cry with joy. Let's be real, Sega never disappoints as far as that goes. Stage select for the extra missions, ranking, keep it. When it comes to the ranks, it always motivates me to do better.
Shut it!
Sound tests, character themes, especially for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, since we're actually talking about Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And oh my gosh, bring back the hard mode in the same way you did it in Sonic Adventure 2. Actually wouldn't mind that being a DLC. More bang for your buck. Red rings, cause hey, everybody loves exploration. That'll give motivation to explore in the first place. Shoot, even finding the hidden Chow. Speaking of Chows, bring them back. Does it have to be Sonic Adventure? Does it have to be Sonic Adventure 3? Does it have to be Sonic Adventure 2? No! That's an element everybody loves. Matter of fact, we'll do it even better. Make it online for the Chows. We want our Chows to be online interacting with other Chows. That would be the greatest thing ever. The only thing we're not asking for is do not force them into, say for example, when we need to get the emblems. Make it a way for people to want to kill some time. Don't force it on the player like you did with the other two games. With the two unlockables, for example, Sonic Adventure 1, when you had to get all the emblems to get Metal Sonic, or Sonic Adventure 2, when you had to get all the emblems to get Green Hill. That wasn't fun. I don't have time to babysit. I understand you want us to spend time with our Chows, but
You're not gonna force that upon me.
I want them to bring back the two-player co-op. You know how they did in Sonic 06? Remember when me and Shaughnessy were going at it?
Shut up!
Real talk, I can see this to be something amazing. Like, imagine it. The unleashed quality of Hydro City, Carnival Night Zone, Ice Cap Zone, hello, the Death Egg in 3D, full 3D? Good lord, man. Sega already does a good job when it comes to a beauty of a stage. Shoot, I can see this happening for Sonic 1, Sonic 2, oh yeah, and Sonic CD? All the technology we have at our disposal, I think this could be something beautiful. So, these were just my personal thoughts and opinions on my dream Sonic game. Will this ever happen?
Nope. That's why it's a dream. Because you suck. And Sonic sucks. Team Mario all the way. Doesn't matter if our music sounds the same. Your music is great. But guess what? You're always going to get Sonic 06. Or Sonic Boom. You know what that is?
Are you done?
It's me, Mario.